they'll lynch you, but he did, and he laughs at
Hello, West Ham Network, it's Holly, and we are about to take a look at today's headlines for the 31st of May. If you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe, because we would not want you to miss out on all of the latest content. There's loads of great content coming. So we're going to begin with an important bit of news for anyone that is going to be actually watching the final at home. So BT Sport have made all three 2023 European finals free to air, either on the BT Sports app, on Virgin Media, or on their own YouTube channel. So this means that Hammers can watch the Conference League final without having to pay, which is obviously great news for anyone that's not out in Prague, for anyone that can't make a fan zone. So we're going to be able to watch that. Great news. The next piece of news is that obviously Bayern, there's so much talk around Rice, but Bayern have said that they should be able to afford Rice. So we've obviously seen countless rumours of where Declan could be heading should we sell him in summer. And Bayern have joined the chase. And while a lot of questions have been raised around whether clubs like Arsenal would be willing to pay the price tag that we've put on Rice, it looks as though Bayern would have the funds available should they want to buy him. So Sky have reported saying Tuchel had a phone call with Rice. Bayern is keen on him. They need a strong defensive midfielder. But everybody knows that there are a lot of other clubs interested in him. Bayern could afford it, but they would like to keep it below 100 million euros. So that equates to 86.4 million, which is obviously a lot less than the 120 million or 100 million and a player price tag that we've kind of reportedly been asking for. So the question does remain, how low should we drop his price tag if people aren't meeting our asking price? And should we either let him go for less, or should we just hold on to him for a little bit longer? Which obviously may well be against his will, because it sounds like there's sort of an agreement that if he wanted to leave this window, that the club would try and make that happen. So comment below in the comments whether you would prefer to let him go for less, or whether you would hold out for the price tag that we believe that he's worth, and what we believe we'd actually need to replace him with someone else. So yeah, the question remains, how low should we drop that price tag? Personally, I know that I would prefer to see Rice go to a team like Bayern, where he would continue to improve. He's obviously got a lot of he's got a brilliant future ahead of him. And a team like Bayern, I think, would only help to keep improving him. And obviously, there's the upside that he wouldn't really have to play against us. So we wouldn't have to see him go to someone that we could potentially be competing against should we manage to climb back up that table. So the next story, there is a player, a 20-year-old Belgian player called Koni De Winter. And he's a player that West Ham are supposedly showing interest in. And he is worth 13.3 million. He's currently on loan from Juventus at Serie A club Empoli. He's a capable centre-back. He can play at right back or as a defensive midfielder, so he's nice and versatile. And he might not be ready to slot straight into the team. He's not had a tremendous amount of game time, but it's being reported that he could be more of a long-term kind of project that we could sign with the money potentially from Rice, and he wouldn't be overly expensive. Other teams that are interested include Bayer Leverkusen. So he could definitely be one to keep an eye on. As we know, there's going to be a lot of transfer rumours, especially with us needing to replace Rice. So it's going to be difficult to even know who we might sign, but he's one of the ones that is being spoken about at the moment. Sounds like he'd be relatively low price tag, so it could be interesting if we can turn him into something in the seasons to come. But obviously, we do need a strong player to replace Rice should he disappear. So team bonding is what we're going to be talking about next. The squad are currently out in the Algarve for some warm weather training. You've probably seen some little clips. They actually went out not in their branded West Ham gear, so it seems more like a little family trip rather than the typical trips that you get with a lot of Premier League clubs where it's all fully branded and very commercialised. Interestingly, Freddie Potts and Divin Mabama are out with the team, which means that they may well be included in first team plans for next season. I know a lot of people have been very keen to see the youth get a chance, so it's really good to see that they're being included in this, and that we could well see them make a little feature or appearance as we head into next season. Some of the team are out playing golf while others are making most of water slides. As you can see from this video, we have got a lot of team bonding going on. So So as you can see, they're having a fantastic time, and hopefully it's going to be a good team bonding session ahead of the all-important final. I don't actually know if it's going to be particularly warm in Prague, but warm weather training, in my opinion, can only be a good thing because it means that they're going to be ready to perform in higher temperatures, which is obviously a little bit more difficult. Hopefully the team bonding is going to do favours and will reduce some of the stress that I'm sure they're feeling ahead of the final, but we need them to keep their heads in it. So I'm really looking forward to it. It is now about a week until the actual final is, which is scary, but very exciting nonetheless. So please do comment and let us know what you're thinking in all of the topics. That's all for today's West Ham Daily. Let us know your thoughts on everything that we've spoken about today. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Join us later for the Hammers headlines. Let us know how you're feeling about the transfer window, everything that we've got coming up. Let us know how you're feeling about that final as well, because I know that the closer it gets, the more nervous I'm getting, but in a good way, I think. And hopefully the players are feeling exactly the same, knowing that we've got a job to be done and there is one final thing we need to do this season. They can all go off on their summer holidays and have the best time. But until then, have a great day and come on you Irons. Have a good one. Bye-bye.